Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to install the NB wind deflector, wind blocker on an NA Miata, and give you guys and keep the room space. Because if you guys mount it the traditional way, which is in the front of the roll bar, or not the roll bar, but the stiffening bar, you lose off about 2 inches of legroom. And as you know, the Miata needs every legroom you can get. So what I did essentially was I disassembled this. I took off the brackets and I flipped the right side with the left side, because normally these brackets face backwards and they go in the front. The NB is a little bit different from the NA, so it will fit more comfortably for them. In this case, I flipped the two. When it's time to flip the two, you just have to remove this plastic piece. You take it off. This is for the net what holds it. When you remove it, you can just pop the bracket backwards from the other side, and then you can screw it in from on top. When it comes to mounting it, now it's an easy bracket. You can just reuse a hole if you've already have it in the front if you want to upgrade, and if you have it, you'll just have to mark out where it lines up. So if you get close, I'll be able to show you guys where the screws are. So there's a screw on this side, a screw on the opposite side, and you're just gonna line it up essentially. Fit it to where it fits. Come on this side, and you'll be able to see that there's already a screw there, or a bolt, and you just you remove that and you just screw it over the hole you made. I don't know the measurements, but you can figure it out. And you can reuse the same screw, and as long as you get the fitment right, that'll work out great. There's one more thing that you have to move. Come this way. There's one more thing you have to move. There's a little harness with an electrical harness right here. You'll just have to bend this upwards so that you can fit this in, because normally it'll stop it from dropping. So you just use your hands, bend this up a little bit. Be careful with the electrical. It's on a metal bracket. You can just easily bend this with your hand, and you just run the cables. In my case, I ran the cables underneath everything here. I popped this open, and I just cut a slit right where it lines up, and I'm going to hide the rest of the cabling inside here. I put some foam in the back because I didn't want my connectors, since they're a little bit bulky, to be clinking and clanking, so I put some foam in the back. It's completely optional, but that's it. Once you get it running, it'll function as normally, and you'll have your extra leg space. Okay, one more quick thing while we were putting on the plastic trim pieces for everything. I wanted you to see that when you change the bracket that holds in the net is raised on top of it. So you won't be able to close this thing flush how it comes, and it's gonna have a little V gap over here. But it's okay, because once you snap it on properly, nothing comes off, and it doesn't affect the back. The back still mounts flush, and everything's sturdy. It's just a little gap over here. So once it's fully mounted, this is the final result. You have it mounted down there. The plastic trim is on. The trim is on in the back, and it sits flush. You have the cutout for where you run your wires. You're just gonna channel it through this side and cover up the plastic trim piece. And same goes on this other side. Like we said, this does not come off, and it's sturdy. It's not flush, but it's not visible from the front once you're looking at it. And when it's mounted, it does not interfere with the soft top. It's a little bit hard, but as you can see, it does not interfere. And if I raise it up, it still does not interfere.